Hello, everyone. Good lord, these headphones are loud sometimes. Alright. Hello, Trevor! We got Neji, Wilson. We got everyone here now. Yippee! Alright. Let me, just in case anyone has joined on Twitch, go over there, pull up the... that's Discord, that's not Twitch. There it is. Let me go over here. Let me go to... Go over here. There we go. Make sure the chat is working real quick. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Okay, it works. Alright. Now then. Make sure everything is set up here. Alright. Who is ready for some Ace Attorney? Why is my gosh dang thing so... There we go. How do we do the donations? I do believe that there should be a link in the description. I think. I could very well be wrong. But I think that is how donations are done. Alright. Where is... It's on a 1? Jeez. Huh. Worst guy's back in chat. He'll be fine, as long as he doesn't say anything too off the rails. Okay. Is this background music too loud for you guys? I'm hoping it's not. I'm not gonna lie, I forget how loud Ace Attorney can be sometimes. He is talking about Jack Trevor. I think. Unless he's talking about himself. They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. Edgeworth! I love Edgeworth so much. Edgy boy. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia, you can't lose, not to someone younger than you. The sass. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. She was murder-spagurtered. Asa Wilson, who got banned multiple times. Ah. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death. You got it, kitten. I don't know how I feel about a motherfucker named Armando calling me kitten. Is this a new case? Yes and no. Technically, it is an old case, but it is new to us in terms of lore and backstory. Armando. Armando. Wait, is that Gudo? What the fuck, where's his Daft Punk Sexy Man helmet? He doesn't get the Sexy Man helmet until he almost gets murder-spagurtered. We learned this. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor, it was 5 years ago. Also, can we just take a moment to admire young Edgeworth's drip? Respect the drip, Karen. Each button dispenses 1 jelly bean when pressed. It better not be the Bean Boozled challenge, otherwise I'm not pressing any of those buttons. He can't even join us for a bite, damn. Yes, Your Honor, it was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old, and she joined the police force? Who the fuck is letting a 14-year-old join the freaking police force? Please, Edgeworth is more sophisticated than that. That's why they're all black licorice! Hello. Alright, well, Captain has abandoned us officially, so it is up to me to lead the charge. Womp womp. A truly horrible crime, I remember it well. If it was so horrible, why did you even let her join the police force in the first place? That's what I don't understand. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct, but in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? No shit, Mia. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. When will they put Captain in this game? I am unsure. Surely one day he will commit a great enough crime to do so. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered, so Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be exactly the victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Aha, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. The truth is becoming clear to me now. That face. Huh? Yes, yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Grr. Watch yourself, Miss Fay. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're younger than me, you hypocrite! Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I called the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. It's Gumshoe! Young Gumshoe. Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? Gumshoe! When will they put Captain in this game? Did he commit multiple war crimes? Did y'all watch the Doki Tuba Awards? What? He is a Pokemon? Thank you! Whoever tipped. I don't know who that is. I don't know who tipped, but thank you for tipping. It was very nice. No, seriously, my heart. It's aching for you. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Okay, I got it. Oh, poor Gumshoe. Now, Detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. Somebody did a Doki Tuber Rewards this year and last year. Some of the biggest Doki tours that I don't even know or were in there. Huh. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. Jesus. That's kind of bad. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I got you. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Okay, so we got car, 5 yards, Eagle River, bridge with some broken paneling, it seems. Another pathway over here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge and Old Suspension Bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint. He was trying to make his getaway, sir. As he was trying to make his getaway. I see. Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Okay, well, what about the knife? You said she was stabbed. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth! Derp. Derpy face. I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I'm some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully. I'm not... Stop it. One little mistake, and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. Listen here, Armando. I don't need no help from you. Your Honor, that hairline gets you a no bitches, a no maidens. What happened? Are we drinking Mia? No, he's meaning it as a metaphor, I suppose. Summary of the incident. On the day of the incident, the unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time, met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there. Stop calling me kitten. Stop it. I don't like it. Also, I'm not a kitten. I'm a fox, thank you very much. Stupid. Keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness. Yeah, everyone's a beginner in here. You got me there. Maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got. Stop calling me that. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. That sounds very weird to study. Would you rather be called Foxy? Actually, that might still be better than Kitten. If I am a female fox, the technical term for me is vixen. You can call me a vixen, you can call me Vixie. I don't care which one. I'm not no cat. The day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant. This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top-secret memo that she left in her desk. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was, indeed, the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's the detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Anyway, hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time to meet with Miss Falls. Okay, I'm not gonna present anything, but I am curious. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. Let me see this. Okay. 14th, 1:21 p.m. Falls, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time. The whole truth must come out. That's not weird. Okay. Alright. Went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time. Met with Mr. Falls. Meanwhile, in-game Gumshoe just briefly had a stroke. You could hear the dial tone in his head. A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Ha! Returning to the scene of a crime. How nostalgic. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great! We even got to say, "Don't move! We've got you surrounded." Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? Location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how do they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Heh. If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. But she did, she mentioned it to Dahlia. Criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Huh. Mr. Falls had a car then? Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am.
The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right?
You mean the defendant drove his own car?
No, of course not. It was stolen. They stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light.
Car thieves. Not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Hey, I think they put a body in there.
No, really?
Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable.
It's
dead.
It's a fucking car trunk for one, my guy. Like, of course it's not comfortable. Also, she's a bit, how do you say, deceased. She doesn't very much feel comfort nor pain anymore as, yeah, she's gone. Yes, Your Honor, they were on their way to Makeout Point. I should know. I was in the back seat the whole time. The whole time, pal.
I'm a cock.
Oh, look at that, darling. Gumshoe's a voyeur. How cute!
You just made your poor model spaz the fuck out.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Crime photo of the victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here.
Armando.
Armando.
I fucking love his... Bro, when you get... Okay.
Gosh damn it, Dog Scratch.
What?
I packed the weenie lunch and everything.
Well, okay, there's like a couple Hispanic names that exist that if you give them to your character, all I can think of them is like a fucking character out of one of them like Mexican soap operas.
Oh, like an overly cliche character?
Yes, and like the two names that I always think of is
Captain Pyro!
Is Armando and Ricardo. Those two feel like the Heartbreaker characters. Like they feel like they're gonna show up and be like, I am Armando. You will love me. And then he like flexes his pecs or some shit. And then by the end of the season, he's dumped the girl and now her dorky but lovable best friend has got to fucking swoon her and make her better.
Why won't you love me, Alejandro? That's how that shit feels every time. Don't forget Meta Knight, everyone's favorite sexy Spanish fear. Yes. Very much so. Until you find out that Meta Knight is just a demon corrupt Kirby, which is kind of funny.
Armando.
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. I don't know how I feel about that sentence, honestly. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Well, you see, sir, there was the...
Besides Armando's huge fucking dick in the back, I just realized our window is open.
Yes. Yes, it is.
The whole neighborhood just heard me be like, Armando's got a huge cock.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Anyway.
Armando, the huge dick monster.
No. Anyway. Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway.
Besides Armando's huge cock is missing.
Let me check this. I mean, the trunk latch is fucked up.
That's what I call the cockpit.
Coat's still on. There's not much else here, really.
Wait, what did you say, Dog Scratch? I can't read that because I don't have my glasses.
Why is Captain just strong bad?
What? What?
I don't know, I'm confused by that sentence.
Did you have a stroke writing that? Are you okay? Do you need some help?
Hang on. We'll provide context. Please do.
Armando. I fucking love that. Dude, I'm naming our firstborn child Armando.
No.
Yes.
I will literally throw out that birth certificate. I do not care.
What about Ricardo?
No.
Jose?
No.
Javier?
No. You know damn well why I won't choose Javier.
No, I do. Jose Cuervo?
No! Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Stop calling me kitten, it's weird! There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap! Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound.
You got the moco, the coco, the poco.
Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early.
Hey, when are we doing the next drawing stream?
I don't know.
When? Oh, when?
I don't know. What?
When?
I don't know.
When?
You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. I've already found a few. Unknown person called the phone, asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne, Dusty Bridge, doesn't need time, meet Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Criminal stuffed her body into his car.
I'm still waiting on Dog Scratch to give us the context. Like... Word?
Is this the one where he mentions being... Yeah. Okay, so it was this one. Maybe she'd still be alive.
Context very soon, Dog Scratch. I'm coming to your
Criminal
house.
stuffed. Blah, 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 blah.
I know where you live.
So would I present this?
So you should present your big, fat, meaty claws.
What do you think of the witness's statement?
Meaty claws.
I don't think anything of it. How about you? I guess I don't think anything of it either. Well, fuck me then. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, man. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing? I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And he always says... sorry. I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. It's set up at the base of the mountain. It certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might
It's like your
try to
mother.
run.
Too close for comfort.
What do you mean it was too close for comfort? Two of them arranged to meet at 4:30. Takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Any later, Miss Falls could have slipped right away.
I'm gonna come.
Died from blood loss between 4 and 5. Call was made at 1:21 p.m. 4:30 at that bridge. White scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Wait, white scarf. Wait a minute. She ain't got no scarf. Oh, shit.
Holy shit!
Oh, shit. Hold up. Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Something ain't right. Meanwhile, Gumshoe got set up at the base of his Weenie's lunch.
Weenies. From Weenie Hut Jr.
Okay, present.
Present these balls.
It's gotta be this because it's the only thing that mentions the white scarf. Witness! What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. Should always have practice before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Stay there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy?
No. Candy?
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Did I make you uncomfortable?
Yes! I fucking hate when people whisper in my ears. It's gross. Detective! Yes, ma'am? This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. Arg. I hated every part of that. I did too. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself. So I'd expect she just did that. She did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for, is it this one, perchance? Where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. That hotshot sure has flair. For the dramatic. It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. Looks like it spent some time in the mud. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. Sounds quite promising. Can't wait to hear all about it. Everything is moving at its whim. Don't forget, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. Genius, huh? I had a moment of dyslexia, and now would like to offer the proposition of referring to any mention of Gumshoe's lunch as Gunch from now on. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day, unfortunately. It's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River, but down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Aha! Potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? It's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again, it's not fair! I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Okay. Let me check this. Okay, so this shows from the right side of the bridge. So then that means... Huh. Because it could be showing it from this angle, right here, or it could be showing it from this angle. Because if I'm thinking about this either way, she would be on this side and then he would be over here? Right? It's a little hard to see what's going on. Proceeds to show you the most 5K% quality photo imaginable. Facts. Because there's rocks or a tree. And then there's this one suspension rope going across here. And then there's that other suspension line right under here. So she was in front of one of the suspension lines. And there was only one visible from the angle we took. So... that means... And there's also rocks up on the side. So then that means it was taken along here, I think. Unless they were over here on this sloped edge, which is also possible. Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student. That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? I mean, she's a female and a college student, sir. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Accidentally taken by the witness. How does one just accidentally take a... Wait! Why wait? So about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way up in the mountains? Taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo. It's a cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it! No, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down, the whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood in this courtroom right now. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case. The point is that area was quite damp, there was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge, it was really something. Wait, so if he slipped and fell, how do we know that she didn't just slip and fall off the bridge? Like... That's also a pretty reasonable, like, conclusion, right? Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That's contradictory in and of itself, because, like... Hold up. He was in front of her, so how could he have shoved her from behind? That doesn't make sense. First of all. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back, and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does that mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales, and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. Huh. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee! Court record, huh? It must have been the scarf, when the scarf fell off. Okay, first off... That doesn't make any sense, based on this photo. What the fuck do you mean? That has a penalty? Or do I need the thing that's like, oh, this is why we need the witness? Because the only other thing I can think to present is this right here, but I feel like that's just gonna get me in even more shit. Fuck it. We die, we die. That's great. I went too far. Okay, there we go. So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim. That's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too, which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me. Talk about a surprise, I had no idea there was a photo. So, what do I do? You really still believe him, Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do. So, you believe in fairy tales. In that case, the answer is obvious. If you want to believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hold on. They were talking about a college girl, right? Yeah. I'm just not sure what to present anymore, because, like... Let me go back, because I didn't get too terribly far, I don't think. Because at least this way I can have all my health bars back. Are they gonna bring back the red-haired poison girl? Yeah, because it said Dahlia Hawthorne. It said Dahlia in the note, so I'm going to assume that it's her. I'm literally only doing this so that I can get my health back. Alright. Incident, unknown person called. So press there. Secret note. Do, 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 do. Wanted to meet at Dusty Bridge. That's where she was brutally murdered. Criminal stuffed her body into a trunk, tried to make a getaway. Here's a photo of the trunk. I don't see anything strange to you anyway. Okay, present. Victim's note. Present. Let me remember this whole spiel. Okay. Alright. I'm just not gonna read through any of that, because I'm just gonna have to go through it all again anyway. Okay. Options. Save. Right here. Yes. Can I help you?
Are we ending the stream?
No, I had to go back just cause I lost like half my health because I didn't know what the hell to do. So I just essentially restarted the case.
Here, do you wanna take a quick break?
Yeah. There's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place.
You said you were gonna take a break and then you like continue to push on through. Breaks mean you stop and take a break.
Alright.
Right? Like, that's kind of how those fucking things work, my G.
Alright, guys. I'll be right back. back. Or at least I'm back. I am back, at least. Photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and press everything like we did last time. Oh, wait. Anyway, criminal shoved victim down from behind. But then, wait, if she got shoved down in the mud along with the scarf, why isn't her coat dirty? I didn't realize that till now. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just generally soggy atmosphere. Soggy. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo that doesn't fit with the conditions? Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there was nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of that bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street. My gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? Surface of the bridge? Huh. Real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here is the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. The scarf. The evidence is the scarf. Ah! It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Damn! Damn, Edgeworth! Soggy. Moist, even. Moist. Hey, same to you, buddy. Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Huh. Doing pretty well. Mr. Armando! No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? False evidence. It's one of those three. Well, you can't deny the photo, and you can't... Okay, you can't deny the photo of the body being found. You also can't deny the photo that shows both of them on the bridge. But the witness's statement was saying that he shoved her from behind. But if you look at this freaking photo, how is that possible? It's not. So it would have to be what the witness said. It'd have to be the testimony. What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes, the false evidence in the case is the witness's testimony. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. I call bullshit. Testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. Huh. It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests a cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. Prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Yep, there she is. Oh, gosh damn it, not the crack flies! Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh. Well, when I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double in a dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. Hey, not so fast! As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Fay, you could learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Yes, my dear? This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate? How can you be so mean? Now see here, what are you doing, shoving that in her face like that? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Next time, I'll be forced to penalize you. I don't like the turn this has taken. Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fay. I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, would you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. The gosh damn crack flies are back! Witness's photograph. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. And that's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. Right after that, I called the police. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful, beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. So you took the photo from that location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. What a cute camera, just like its owner. Melissa Foster took the witness's photo with this, a small but powerful model. Alright then, Miss Fay. Time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Ouch. Witness's photograph. was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Nothing that out of the ordinary. Noticed there were two people standing on the suspension bridge. They just started fighting. Hurried and took the photo that showed the crucial moment. It doesn't seem very crucial, though. They're just standing there. Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you mean? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Oh. My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. You ran out of film? This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, the camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took the photos? So you took the photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once, too. Please, no details. Seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. We don't get to hear about his only judges? Oh god, no. Let's get back to the cross-examinations. Hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed. Yes, Mr. Judge. This guy really is a sucker for sweet talk. Hey man, sex sells. Yes. Looks like a man in the room. He's getting all the attention. Okay, there we go. Alright. We're gonna save. And end it here, chat. Anyway, I like to imagine he has an identical beard with the same horrible hair pattern above his mouth. Anyway, you are important to someone, so stay alive and stay frosty.
Ah!